before we start reading our poem today, I just wanted to review some poetry terms. Some of them may be new. Some of them you have already seen and just need a review over. Anytime that I'm going too fast, just make sure that you pause it and make sure that you get all of the blanks filled in on your paper. Okay? The first one is a group of lines that form a unit and are separated by a blank space or a verse. This is called a stanza. It's kind of like if we were reading a story, it'd be a paragraph, but in a poem, it is called a stanza. The next term is a refrain. A refrain. Sometimes you see this especially in ballads and in songs. It's a repeated part of a poem. If you know anything about music, it's usually the chorus. It's the part of the song that they repeat over and over again. That's also called a refrain. Okay? The pattern of rhymes at the ends of the lines of a poem or a stanza represented with letters. That is the rhyme scheme. And we will talk more about how to find the rhyme scheme of a poem in class, but I just kind of really wanted you to know that you're finding the pattern at the end of rhyming words. Okay. Perfect rhyme. Perfect rhyme. This is the later part of a word or phrase is identical sounding to that of another. So things that rhyme exactly. For example, hide and tide, yellow and mellow. They sound exactly the same. Now, they may not be spelled exactly the same, but they sound exactly the same. If you look back up at the example, you can see that snow and go are perfect rhymes. That's why they both have been marked with the letter B, because they rhyme. But we'll continue to go over rhyme scheme at another time. The next one, and this is even harder to figure out, is called a partial rhyme. Okay? I want you to also write slant rhyme, because you'll see both of these terms a lot. For sometimes words that kind of sound the same, but they don't really sound the same. A word that comes close to rhyming with another, but doesn't make a perfect rhyme, like tide and right, yellow and echo. Those words do not sound exactly the same, but they kind of have that same sound. They sort of sound a little bit like each other. Okay, and then another word that you need to know is symbolism. In literature, when one thing, usually a concrete noun, a flag, a star, a heart, the peace sign, it represents another thing, which is an abstract noun. Those are things that you can't touch, like freedom, justice, love, hope, joy, things like that. Okay, and then of course we've talked about, this should be a review, the mood. This is you as the reader that's created by the work of literature. Remember, the author uses tone and uses imagery, uses setting to help develop a mood. Don't forget you have a list of mood words in your interactive notebooks. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to watch the YouTube video of if you're reading this, and then we will work on answering the questions that go with this poem and talk about it.